Hi again, I'm Kora, and welcome back to Tokenization 101. If you joined us in the last episode, you'll remember we went step by step through the full journey of tokenization, from selecting the asset, to legal structuring, minting the token, distributing it, and finally enabling secondary market access. But there's one big ingredient we've only touched on briefly, and that's blockchain. You've probably heard that word thrown around a lot, in the news, in tech circles, even in conversations about crypto. But when it comes to tokenization, blockchain isn't just a buzzword, it's the foundation. Without it, this entire movement, from digital assets to smart contracts to 24/7 markets, simply wouldn't be possible. So in this episode, we're going to zoom in and unpack exactly what blockchain does, why it matters, and how it enables secure, transparent, and programmable ownership. Let's get into it. Let's start at the beginning. A blockchain is basically a shared digital ledger, kind of like a spreadsheet, that records transactions in a way that's decentralized, permanent, and tamper-proof. But unlike a spreadsheet sitting on one person's computer, this ledger is distributed across thousands of computers, known as nodes, all over the world. Each time something happens, like someone sending a token or updating ownership, it's recorded in a block of data. That block is time-stamped, verified by the network, and added to the chain in a way that can't be undone without changing every single block after it. Which frankly is nearly impossible. The result? You get a record that is transparent, secure, and doesn't rely on any single party to maintain or validate it. That's why people often say blockchain allows you to trust without trusting anyone. Now let's look at how things worked before blockchain. Imagine you're buying a house. You rely on real estate agents, lawyers, title companies, banks, and local government departments to make sure your ownership is recorded and protected. And if any of those intermediaries make a mistake or worse, are dishonest, it can cause major issues, delays, disputes, even fraud. Blockchain flips that model. Instead of relying on intermediaries to record and verify ownership, you record that ownership directly on the blockchain, in a format that's public, immutable, and instantly verifiable. That same principle applies to tokenized assets. Whether it's a digital share of a co-op, a gold-backed token, or access to a decentralized platform, blockchain makes the ownership and transfer of value simple, clear, and efficient. It removes friction, it removes the need to constantly check with the middleman, and it unlocks a new way to do business, borderless and real-time. Think of blockchain like the highway on which tokenization travels. Without it, tokenized assets would be stuck in traffic, or worse, stuck in paperwork. Here's what blockchain does under the hood. It records who owns what. It tracks every transaction, so there's a full history of every token. It executes rules through code, using what we call smart contracts. It enforces compliance, like blocking certain wallets if they aren't verified. And it creates audit trails, making financial reporting transparent and instant. It's like having a self-managing accountant, regulator, and auditor all built into your system. And it runs 24/7. You're not relying on emails or signatures or back-office systems. It's automated, it's auditable, and it's global. Let's talk about one of the most exciting parts of blockchain, smart contracts. These are like little robots on the blockchain that automatically do what they're programmed to do. No middleman, no delays. Let's say you create a token for your social impact project. You want to distribute a portion of profits back to investors every month. With a smart contract, you can code that logic in. And once the conditions are met, the payment just happens. No bank wire. No approval delay, just code, running exactly as promised. Smart contracts can mint or burn tokens, lock or unlock wallets, distribute revenue or voting rights, handle vesting schedules, restrict transfers based on geography or investor type, and they're all stored on-chain, so anyone can verify them. It's automation with accountability. Here's a question we get a lot. Which blockchain should I use? There are a lot of choices out there. Ethereum is the most popular for decentralized apps, but it can get expensive. Stellar is great for tokenized payments and compliance-heavy projects. Polygon offers fast, low-cost transactions and is EVM compatible. Solana is known for high speed and throughput, though still evolving. And then there are private blockchains, like Hyperledger or permissioned networks, where access is controlled. Choosing the right chain depends on your use case, the cost you can afford, regulatory requirements, your need for public versus private access, and how easily you want to integrate with other systems. It's like picking the foundation for your digital building. You want stability, flexibility, and long-term support. So let's zoom out for a second. Why is blockchain so important to tokenization? Because without it, you're just digitizing ownership. With it, you're transforming it. You move from paper-based records to real-time transparency, custodian-based trust, to code-based enforcement, local reach to global access. It's not just about innovation, it's about inclusion, efficiency, and security. It's about making ownership programmable, making compliance automatic, and making opportunities accessible to more people, not just the few. That's the real promise of blockchain. It's not the hype, it's the infrastructure, the digital foundation that allows everything else to happen. So to wrap up, blockchain isn't just some abstract tech, it's the engine behind tokenization. It lets us create trust. Without trust, move value without borders, and design financial systems without the usual gatekeepers. In the next episode, we'll explore another critical layer of tokenization, custodianship, and what it means to safeguard the real-world assets behind the digital tokens. Because tokenization isn't just about what's on-chain, it's also about what exists off-chain, and how we make sure the two are always connected. I'm Kora, and this is Tokenization 101. See you soon.